16th, 2021, and the morning edition is live. On today's show, additional training now in place to ensure the Pfizer vaccine rollout goes without a hitch. The possible effects of COVID-19 could have on your child's oral health. We break down the central bank's monthly economic and financial report. And Dasquay creates a gold-winning tune. So let's start the morning off right. Work keeps wrinkles out of the mind and spirit. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the morning edition. I'm LaDawn Davis.
And I'm Desmond Saunders. I love that quote.
Wrinkles out of the mind and the spirit.
Hard work.
I love that, yes.
That's probably why you're looking so young.
Yeah, and you're looking quite dapper this morning. I love the purple. You know, purple is my favorite color, so I love
nice.
I love that. So coming up in the news this morning.
Well, we have a great show. I'm waiting to see that comedian you talked about who did something for Shawnee.
Dasquay, actually, he created a song for Shawnee. It's called the Shawnee Anthem, and we're going to hear about that later on, a little later on in the show.
I'm excited.
And you know that the kids actually have a video. They actually did a video of that. So if they have that, they can send that to us. We would really love to see that. He told us that in the interview, that they actually created a dance for his Shawnee's anthem.
Wow.
So that's
so
pretty
send it
interesting.
in, and it should add to our morning edition show.
Yeah. So what's coming up in?
Well, we've got the trivia. In what year were Bahamian women given the right to vote? So you definitely want to call in. And if you're lucky, we've got a good bag of goodies right here, just in time for back to school. In what year were Bahamian women given the right to vote? Call in, and in just a few minutes, callers are going to be calling in. 502-3870. The phones are already ringing in.
And speaking of Janae's, we have the guy responsible, the owner of Janae's. He's in the house this morning. He'll tell us more about Janae's and how the partnership came about with the morning team and Janae's. So we'll hear from Mr. Wallace later on in the show.
That's right, and we're excited to hear from him, and he's going to be later on in the show talking about Janae's and all the great stuff. But what we're going to do is send it to traffic. Lloyd Allen standing by with our morning traffic. Good morning, Lloyd.
Well, good morning, Desmond. Good morning, LaDawn. And, of course, good morning, Bahamas. A great start to Tuesday morning. Today, your first look at traffic coming in near the intersection of Collins Avenue and Shirley Street. Now, of course, it was some wet conditions for motorists using the Collins Avenue corridor yesterday. There was a water main challenge. Of course, that's been corrected at this time. Of course, if you need to take that route to get to your morning destination, it's a dry drive this morning. Of course, in other parts of the capital, we do want to advise you of some challenges that remain in other parts of the capital, including Bay Street, that's West Bay in the area of Blake Road, as well as Shirley Street in the area of Village Road. Those areas, there's some ongoing road works. Of course, if you happen to approach any of those areas, we ask that you drive with caution and with care. But back to this area here this morning, we do want to advise you, this coming in from the Royal Bahamas Police Force Traffic Division this morning, they indicate that 10 accidents have happened over the past 24-hour period. 8 of them with damage, 2 with injury, and in total, they say 9 persons are still hospitalized. That's some good news, but of course, a warning going out to drivers to, of course, drive with safety as you continue to drive with safety and making your rounds on this Tuesday morning. That's a quick wrap-up of your Tuesday traffic report. Back to you guys in studio.
All right, thank you very much, Lloyd. Taking a look at our weather, current conditions in Nassau, 82 degrees with clouds and sun, winds east-southeast, 8 miles per hour, humidity 78%, barometric pressure 29.98, and our extended forecast for Wednesday, shower, breezy in the morning, 90 degrees, 79 degrees Celsius. Thursday, partly sunny with a shower, 89 degrees, 79 degrees Fahrenheit. Friday, pleasant with clouds and sun, 89 degrees, 80 degrees Celsius. Saturday, mostly sunny, 90 degrees Fahrenheit and 80 degrees Celsius. Sunday, a thunderstorm in the morning, 90 degrees. Monday, periods of clouds and sun, 90 degrees. And Tuesday, a couple of thunderstorms possible with 90 degrees.
The government following through with its approved honorarium and death benefits payout. On Monday, Minister of Health, the Honorable Renwood Wells, met with the families of two healthcare workers who died in the line of duty from COVID-19.
The government of the Bahamas distributed $200,000 in death benefit to the families of Nurse Sherilyn Charlton-Bain and Miss Marion Burrows McKinney as a tribute to the dedication and hard work rendered to the Ministry of Health and to assist the family to meet their needs because of the lost income of their loved ones. Once all legal requirements have been satisfied, the government of the Bahamas in the coming weeks will issue 2 additional checks to the remaining 2 families.
The public getting the opportunity this week to receive their first shots of the Pfizer vaccine donated by the United States government. Member of the National COVID-19 Vaccine Committee, Dr. Barry Rassin, says they want to ensure the rollout of the Pfizer vaccine is a seamless one, which consists of training for all medical personnel.
The only specialized training for the pharmacists, but it's a different way of getting the vaccine from the vial into the syringe. So that's the specialized training that we're doing today for the pharmacists and the nurses. Remember, you have to keep this thing frozen 86 below zero, so it's a different consistency, so therefore it has to be done a little differently.
The United States Food and Drug Administration last week approved a third booster shot of the Pfizer and the Moderna vaccines for the immunocompromised. Chair of the National COVID-19 Vaccine Committee, Dr. Merceline Delweges, says the Bahamas could soon follow suit.
Should someone be so identified, we would certainly make a consideration of administering the third dose. Not everyone is able to mount an immune response in the time period that we administer first and second doses. Therefore, if that is documented, we would certainly, as a group, recommend a third dose, but not for the public at large at this time.
131 new cases of COVID-19 have been reported in the Ministry of Health's latest release. 113 here in New Providence, 9 in Abaco, 7 in Grand Bahama, and 1 each in Eleuthera and Exuma. The total COVID-19 count nationwide now sits at 16,668. 8 of the New Providence cases have a travel history of over the past 14 days. 67 are male, the other 64 are female. Hospitalizations are up to 142, 15 of them in the intensive care unit. 2,966 cases remain active. Governor General, the Most Honorable Sir Cornelius Smith, tested positive for COVID-19. A release from his office confirming that Sir Cornelius tested this past Friday after being exposed to an individual who tested positive for the virus. At last report, the Governor General was asymptomatic and in quarantine, abiding by all the public health and safety protocols. The Office of the Attorney General and Ministry of Legal Affairs issuing a press release on the illegal dumping of imported wood suspected of contamination by beetles. Now, according to that release, a cabinet subcommittee charged with a duty to review the circumstances which permitted the unlawful dumping of contaminated wood in Freeport, Grand Bahama on or about July 24th this year has received a full report from the Controller of Customs, Dr. Janine Moss, who from that department completed a full review of the facts and available documentation. That report was forwarded to the Commissioner of Police for further investigation and to the Director of Public Prosecutions. And when we come back, the effects of COVID-19 having on the oral health of our children. So keep it locked.
Activate your power with the new ScotiaCard MasterCard Debit. Experience the power of convenience with speedy payments made with a simple tap. Feel the power of safety with enhanced security from our chip and pin technology, which grants you extra protection at the ATM, online, and at point of sale protection. Your access is granted. Make purchases here or when you choose to travel with priceless MasterCard offers. Activate your power with the new Scotiabank MasterCard Debit Card.
ZNS is everywhere you are when you download the new ZNS app. Watch our live channel to keep up with what's going on in the nation. News updates, we've got you covered. Tune into our radio stations with just a swipe. On the road, on the go, we're here with you. Available for download on the App Store and the Google Play Store. What I love most about working for the Bahamas tonight is that we don't only focus on New Providence. We cover the entire Bahamas. We have a team here in the Northern Bahamas that is ready to bring you the stories, the people, and the news that matter to you. From point A to Z, from covering hurricanes to elections and everything in between.
There's a spark of greatness in each of us. That spark is called personality. Individual gifts and talents provide the fuel to set that spark ablaze. Each child has the right to an education which values their personality and nurtures their talents, while teaching them to be respectful to their parents and their cultures.
Climb towards economic recovery. This coming in from a recent report from the central bank, which projects normal conditions to occur by 2023. In this week's Market Insider, we speak with BIZIX on the way forward for investors and the job market. Here's Lloyd Allen.
Recently, the governor of the Central Bank of the Bahamas released the monthly economic and financial report for the month of June. It was indicated that a slow recovery of the economy was fueled by the resumption of most tourism sector businesses, construction growth through foreign investment inflows, and indirectly rebuilding projects from Hurricane Dorian. The governor also noted a moderately higher inflation due to import cost. This, of course, resulting from supply challenges, again, from the ongoing pandemic, with a projected recovery of the economy by 2023. CEO of the Bahamas International Securities Exchange, Keith Davies, agrees with this projection, noting some key takeaways from the BIZIX perspective, with domestic liquidity leading the charge.
Given the level of foreign reserves in the country, this would allow the economy to support more private sector capital raising in B dollars. We strongly support this because during times of recession, when there's an excess of capital, that capital can earn significant returns if those investments are in infrastructure and things that are for the planned recovery.
Davies argues these types of investments can be supported in diverse ways, including increased jobs. But how does this relate to securities?
There's a diversifying of the offerings on the exchange that the exchange offers, but also diversifying the level of holdings that an investor can have if you have a number of different types of investments.
Davies also noted that removal of a number of forex conservation measures by the central bank last year. This, he says, spells good news for the market.
Particularly our broker-dealers who use and access this facility would have access to a broader range of products. They can make different instruments, and again, the goal is to have diversification.
While Davies was careful not to speculate on the market, he noted that economic recovery in the securities market comes down to continued strengthening of buying and selling from those able to participate. This, of course, depends on the management of the pandemic, both locally and internationally.
I think over the number of days, weeks, months, and years, as we progress through the pandemic, our response to these new variants, our level of vaccination across the entire population, and whether there are any setbacks.
Well, in this next report, we speak about the impact of COVID-19 on the oral health of children in the Bahamas.
People really need to take their kids' dental health into consideration. A lot of people are like, baby teeth fall out. That's a big misconception. They do fall out.
Leading pediatric dentist Dr. Kristen Dorval says she's witnessing a decline in the oral health of children during the COVID-19 pandemic.
But what we've been seeing, especially during the pandemic, is so many dental emergencies because kids are just eating a bunch of junk. And I don't think that parents really take it into consideration because, again, the general thought process is that they're baby teeth and they're going to fall out. But ultimately, you can prevent your child from having all these dental problems.
The neglect of dietary rules is a contributing factor. Darville believes caring for your child's oral health during the pandemic is important. Limiting the child's consumption of sodas and sugary snacks will avoid tooth decay and many other dental issues.
Basically, diet, all this junk is what are the main contributing factors. Chips, cookies, the easy way out for lunches, as opposed to whole foods, as well as just having some type of routine with your children's oral health, brushing in the morning, brushing especially at nighttime, and just kind of like doing regular checkups so you can see where your kids are at in terms of their dental health.
The dentist also recommends regular dental visits, but the habits children establish at an early age are critical in maintaining good oral health.
Yeah, so LaDon, this is the final part of my dental series. I had an opportunity to speak to some of the top dentists in the country, and this is a growing concern for many dentists, the oral health of children. And you know, COVID-19 has dealt an enormous blow to so many industries, including the dental industry, and this is a concern for many dentists. So you got to take care of those teeth, man. Very, very important, especially for kids.
Well, we don't have kids, but what type of, I guess, toothpaste do you like? Colgate, Crest?
I have no particular brand.
You don't have
just
none?
once I could smile and once my teeth look white, that's the most important thing.
Because I love Colgate, so I have a great smile, so yeah. And as we head to the break, we take a look back at the day in Bahamian history. On August 17, 1937, legendary Bahamian musician Ronnie Butler was born. Also on August 17, 1998, Eleuthera native Chris Brown set a new national record in the men's 800 meters at the Central American and Caribbean Games in Venezuela. Known to many as the Fireman, Brown stopped the clock in 1 minute 49.54 seconds.
Based tourism supplies almost $50 million in revenue for Androsians every year. These priceless resources will continue to provide renewable benefits for thousands of people for years to come, as long as we take long-term action to preserve what's rightfully ours. The natural environment has played a vital role in our culture and economy for generations. Let's take care of nature, and nature will take care of us.
Watching the ZNS Kids Club. My name is Kyle Jones. I go to one-on-one preschool and I love watching the ZNS Kids Club. Hi, I'm Toronto Fairview Academy and I love watching the ZNS Kids Club.
As an artist, I travel all over the world and I find inspiration all around me. From the people and especially the environment. I love the Bahamas with all its natural beauty. From Abaco in the north to Inagua in the south and all the wonderful and colorful islands in between. But we must all do our part to keep the Bahamas healthy and clean, now and for the future generations. That's why I want you to find a little time to do your part. I'm doing my part because I care. Do you?
It's a part of all of our lives. ZNS TV is where we go for information, entertainment, and enjoyment. ZNS is there with something for everyone. ZNS TV, a part of our lives for 40 years.
Well, it's a popular song that's creating a buzz over the golden performance of our 400-meter female champion Shawnee Miller-Uibo at the Tokyo Olympics. The Shawnee's anthem was written by creative Dasquay the Bubbler Adderley, who stopped by our ZNS studios yesterday to talk about this air-grabbing Bahamian tune.
I'm singing on your mark, set.
He's a comedian by day, but in the midst of the Bahamas striking gold in the 400 meters, creative Dasquay penned the #1 anthem that got Bahamians dancing and in the celebration mode after watching the most prominent sporting event in the world.
They said it's the #1 song. What I think I appreciate the most is Bahamians are saying they love the fact that it is like that down, rake and scrape. There's no mixing. A lot of persons are putting, I think, like soca mix and stuff in their music, but this one is just and they say they love that. I got them dancing, they cheering, dancing. Someone tell me they got to dance for my song. I know, right? So everybody loves it, they're sharing it.
She crossed the line, then the rest follow. She got the hip so bad, she crossed one of them holler. In her belly, she do it with no trick.
After its release, Shawnee's anthem went viral and has become a ringtone within the smartphones of thousands of Bahamians. The popular creative says coming up with the most talked about tune was a breeze.
I was driving on Gladstone Road, right, just after she went, Stevie and Shawnee went, and I was driving down Gladstone Road, and all of a sudden, the song just started playing in my head out of the blue. So it bothered me so much. Sometimes, as a creative, when stuff hit me, I have to get it out or it can frustrate me. So I literally pull on the side of the road on a fire trail road, and I did a video first in my car with me beating on the steering wheel, singing the song, and then I put it out, and everybody's like, I gotta go in the studio.
This past weekend, Dasquay got a chance to get up close and personal with the Golden Champ, who gave the song 2 thumbs up.
I was rocking with Bamboo Shack Blues, right? And they welcomed Shawnee and Stevie on Georgia Road, and then we gone up by Sapadilla. I was live on Facebook, you can look and see it. And I saw her come out the car with her husband, and I was like, I wonder if she like the song. She didn't share it, she didn't say nothing. I could be brave and I could just walk up to her and ask her if she like it. And I tell everybody if she like the song, I retiring. I just start my musical career, but I could retire right away. So I go on there and I ask her, and before the conversation could even start, right? I have proof. Before the conversation even starts, she's like, hey, cool. Oh, I love this song. I was like, what? I retired.
Jokingly, though, Dasquay says he's not putting down his vocals just yet and has a lot more comedy to give to his loyal fans.
Make Bahamas laugh, that's what I do for a living, and just let my creativity flow. If I feel it, I can do it just like this, and I want to encourage everyone else. If you feel like doing it, if it is your spirit, just do it, because you never know how big it could get. I'm a living testimony. Who else could say a gold medalist like they saw? Who else? Exactly.
Oh, great stuff.
Desmond, I love Dasquay. I think he does a wonderful job entertaining us. Such a great creative.
A great guy and catchy tune. I'm waiting to see the dance to this.
Yeah, and I think I'm going to have that as my ringtone as well. So
yeah?
if you hear that ringing, that's definitely going to be me. And after the break, we have a special guest in studio, so keep it locked.
ZNS Shopping Network is the place for deals. Check out the deals Variety Disposable Products has just for you. Log on to www.znsshoppingnetwork.com, select the island of your choice, and shop anywhere, anytime.
Summer Long, the morning team has been giving you, the general public, the chance to win prizes courtesy of a trivia segment sponsored by Janae's Uniform Center. The morning team, well, this morning rather, the man responsible is joining us live, the owner of Janae's, Captain James Wallace. Mr. Wallace, welcome to the morning edition.
Good morning, LaDawn. Good morning, Bahamas. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you for having me on your show.
So, Mr. Wallace, let's just get right to it. So, first off, tell us a little bit about how this partnership came about.
The partnership of Janae's actually started with my wife several years ago. She ran the business. When I subsequently retired from the Marine field, I joined her in the business. So we have a wonderful working relationship, and I think the business is doing well in terms of serving the Bahamian public.
And talk to me a little bit about what Janae's has been up to over the years in terms of its outreach.
Well, we have been partnering with the likes of the Great Commission. We have worked with the Royal Bahamas Defense Force in their Rangers program. We're working with I think it's the East Nassau Rotary Club this year in providing uniforms to underprivileged people. So we're trying to help as best we can in this COVID environment.
And we're heading back into school in just a few weeks. Talk to us a little bit about that VAT holiday that actually started just yesterday, and how has business been so far?
The VAT holiday, I think we have seen an uptick in business yesterday. People have been waiting for that. The government has decided what school is going to be doing. We're offering a buy four, get one free. You can mix and match. Basically, it allows any person, or you can come together as a group. You don't have to have your own household to get advantage, to take advantage of the sale. You can buy 4 shirts, mix and match it, get one free. You can buy 2 skirts or a jumper and a pants and get the other one 50% off. It's a wonderful opportunity to help. Unfortunately, the business now with the COVID environment, we have a challenge where persons are not allowed in the store. We have to make sure we serve them one at a time. It is pretty challenging to stand in lines. We recognize that. So we've increased our staff complement to try and get persons through the store. Then it's a sanitization process when someone tries on a garment. So we ask people to be very patient during this time. And we say, like we say at Janae's, shop early. The store opens at 8:30 in the morning. We would think that more people would take advantage of coming in early, so it's the cool of the morning and there's less opportunities of standing in the sun.
Captain James Wallace, owner of Janae's Uniform Center, thank you so much for joining us here on the morning edition. But before you go, let's give out the trivia answer. Captain Wallace, do you know the answer?
What was the question?
What was the question, Desmond?
The question, in what year were Bahamian women given the right to vote?
Was it 1952 or 59?
1962. 1962. And LaDawn, we have a winner.
Yes.
Melody Knowles.
You think that's Randy's cousin?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah,
just maybe. Yeah.
And good prize, good goodies. Good goodies for back to school just in time, right?
And we have a treat for them as well.
Yes,
heading back to school. We're gonna be we're gonna be doing a little something for back to school.
So I want to thank Mr. Wallace and Janae's. They've been doing an incredible job in the community and giving out a number of gifts to kids all year round. So hats out to you, sir.
Thank you so much, Mr. Wallace. All the best to you and Janae's. Thank you so much. And be sure to stay tuned to the ZNS Network for news as it happens, TV and radio updates throughout the day. Then you can tune into the Northern Edition and the Bahamas tonight at 7. And that's a wrap for us this morning for the entire team.
It's been good.
Yes. Have a great morning, everyone.
If you raise the Shawnee, just know that you get gas singing gold in our belly. Country on our back. No, this ain't Obama. When you know that you get gas singing gold in our belly. Country on our back. If you raise the Shawnee, just know you get gas gold in our belly. Country on our back. No, this ain't